Mr. Murphy, welcome to the Banksy Stadium, the home of Walsall. How do you feel about taking control of such a prestigious club?
I'm over the moon. 125 years now this club's been going. They've had a long, prestigious history, and I'm here to add some more achievements to the accolades. So then here we go. It's our new series. We take over Walsall Football Club. Well, if you're new to the channel, thanks for popping by. Hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and ring that bell for notifications. So here we go. Walsall today confirmed the appointment of Kieran Murphy as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 31-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football. And he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Bank Stadium. Murphy's put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth 1.2k per week. He replaces previous manager Brian Dutton. 1.2k a week, I'll take that, 100%. So we got a word here from our managing director. I'd like to formally welcome you to Walsall. To get you acquainted with your new surroundings, you'll receive an introductory welcome pack before going to finalise the vision and objectives we're here to proceed together with. Congratulations and welcome aboard. You can see we've got a brief history. Bank Stadium, as I mentioned, it's only up the road from me. It's not far away at all. I've walked there within 15 minutes. It's nice to have a team nearby that I'm going to be working with on this save. See, upcoming season, last season they finished 12th. I want to aim for at least playoffs. It's got to be, we've got to look to go up straight away, surely. And then FA Cup, entering the first round, same with the EFL Cup, both at the first round. It'd be nice to get a bit of a cup run to go, but it's really going to fall on who we get in the draw. So the first thing I've noticed straight away is a lot of key players on the last year of the contract. So we're going to have our work cut out to try and keep some of these boys on board. They're part of the project. We need them for next season and going forward. So we're going to get straight into this now, look at some tactics, and then we'll cut back in a few short moments and see what we've set up ahead of pre-season. So we've taken some time now to have a look about what the plan is, how we're going to play for this season. We are going to go with 4-4-2 for the majority of the games, but it looks a bit... We've done 3 different variations of this with all different instructions. So we'll have a look at each one, but first we'll have a look. This is basically what I'm thinking is going to be our starting 11 for most of the season. Rose in net with Norman, Clark, Sadler and Melbourne at the back. McDonald, Kinsella, Sinclair and Holden through the midfield. And Gordon and Lavery up top. These are probably our best 11 in my eyes. Looking into the team, who can play where, this probably will be our go-to. But things could change. If we can find someone in the free market or good for a good loan deal, we're going to change a few things around. So we'll have a look in the coming episodes about what gets changed and what happens. But for now, these are 3 ideas of formations. So 4-4-2, route 1. So getting the ball from the back, pumping it over to the strikers, beating the last man and trying to get the goals. Then we go for our more wing play formation here, where we get the ball out wide to the wingers, try and make stuff happen, get into the box for the 2 strikers to try and poach some goals. And then finally, our more defensive formation, parking the bus, very defensive minded, keep the ball, keep possession, try not to lose it, and just play out from the back and not trying to basically lose the ball is main thing in this formation and just not concede any goals. So before we crack on with the rest of pre-season, before we go through some of the club's vision and what they're looking for in the coming years. So the main one here is develop players using the club's youth system, which has never been a problem for me. I'd rather use the youth than bring more players in possible. So I'll have to have a look for the youth system, make sure that anyone worthwhile using there. Try and promote them straight up and get them in their first team. Work within the wage budget. Hopefully shouldn't be an issue really. Like, not looking to bring in massive wholesale changes, maybe the odd loanee, so we'll see what happens with that one. And then, at the end of this season, reach the playoffs, minimum required. So, this is what I've always said I want to do anyway. Ideally, I need to reach the playoffs in my first season, and the board are asking for it, so it's quite important. So, it is required from them this season. And the same with the FA Cup, reach the second round, and the EFL Cup, just be competitive, so not too bad. Just trying to get knocked out in the first round, ideally, with that one, so... We'll see how the rest of these work. In terms of the rest of the season, though, work towards becoming self-sustainable. So this should be a more interesting one because we should bring some cash into the club, basically. So it might involve selling a few bodies. I'd rather not come to that, but we'll work things around. It might be a case of we get some good freebies in, sell them at the end of next season. Just try and make some cash, build it up sort of thing. We'll do a bit of pre-season work, get some good friendlies in to build some cash into the club. Loads of home friendlies. Stuff like that to try and build Walsall a self-sustainable club. We're ready to fight for League One next season. So then, with pre-season done, all out the way now, we take our first game of the season. Let's have a look at what we've done. In terms of players, nobody has left the club. We've kept everyone so far at the club. We had a bit of money to work with to start with, which we didn't go through at the start of the episode, but we had a bit of cash to work with. We've managed to put into some good loans. Starting off with the first one here, Sam Greenwood comes in from Leeds United. He looks good, 18-year-old. We can put him out on the wings. He can play as a striker. He looks a very good all-round player for up front, really, for us. A good ability for this league as well. Could definitely one of the leading strikers this season. So excited to see how he gets on for us. Going next, Ryan Tulloch comes in from West Bromwich Albion. Again, another wide player mainly. We won't play too much up front. I would have thought Sam takes the most of the role up front, really, but Tulloch comes in. He'll do a great job on the wings for us. Probably playing more out here on the left-hand side, most likely. Putting inside, making the play happen from the left. So Tulloch comes into Walsall on loan from West Bromwich Albion. Next up, Kyle Scott, the former Chelsea youth man who went to Newcastle, hasn't done nothing with their youth system yet. He's been sat around on the reserves, not really playing yet for them. So he's came in, young American lad, 22-year-old midfielder. He came as a rotational player for the rest of the season for us. Excited to see what he can bring to the team. So coming in next on the list with Baba Fernandez, the young centre-back comes in from Nottingham Forest on loan for the season. We have put a buy clause in there, so we're hoping to keep this lad around at the end of the season. Do a bit more training to get better with tackling and marking, but as a young centre-back, with that heading and jumping reach, you can do wonders in the box for us. We don't have many tall centre-backs. At 6'2", we're one of our taller boys back there, so we'll see how he gets on for the season. Then lastly, free transfer, Jamie Gray comes in as a backup striker. A very, very backup striker. He's nothing amazing, but this sort of level, you can get the ball to him and he'll just shoot and hopefully find the back of the net. So he'll come in just in case there are any injuries. He did a bit alright in pre-season. He had got a few goals and stuff, so I'm confident he can do something when needed to. That's going to be all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. We've got a lot of work to do. I want to get this side of the Premier League within 10 seasons. So we've got a big job on our hands. 10 years to go. We'll see how we go start next episode, our first game of the season. Maybe some more signings. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Walsall FC.